Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, Jonathan Silver. This week, coming off of our team's quarterly planning session, setting our final goals. We run EOS here at the office. I know a lot of you are familiar with that. And it's our final EOS quarter. We stagger our fiscal and our EOS quarters, by one. So, I know, we're technically in the first quarter of the fiscal year, but we're in our fourth quarter of EOS. Anyway, it's not important. So this week, continuing some of the discussions around content. And one thing that I've heard recently from a couple of you is concerns around content getting stale, all right? And potentially kind of being too repetitive and saying the same things over and over again. And I totally get that perspective, being on your side of things, as someone whose entire job is centered around messaging and education. I do say a lot of the same things over and over and over again. And there's somewhat of a fun challenge sometimes in trying to find a new way to say the same thing over and again, because look, you're in your legal world every single day. If you're an estate planning lawyer, you're telling people what a last will and testament is all the time. And what that stuff is like the back of your hand. You can repeat it in your sleep and you're probably sick to death of talking about it. And I get it. And it can be very easy to assume that the rest of your audience is also tired of hearing it. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case, right? It's very easy to feel that way, but it's nice to just take a step back and look at the reality of what your audience is also going through. Put yourself out as a member of your own audience, all right? And think about all of the other things that they're interacting with, all right? Think about all of the things that you interact with on a daily basis, right? I'm thinking about me, for example, over this past weekend, like on a Saturday, or even like here at work, I come in, I check my email. I've got a handful of emails, all from different people, all for different things. Maybe someone wants to be a guest on Center Stage. Maybe it's someone here on the team who has a question about something. Maybe it's with one of our vendor partners or another business that we're close with, collaborating on something. There's music that's going on. Oh, somebody's got a new song out. We should listen to it, or a new album out. Let's play it in the background. There's so many things happening in the news, every single story. There's different websites that I check to catch up on that. Now my wife is texting me. Okay, cool. Did that. All right. Now maybe my friends are texting me. Oh, I've got some personal emails. Maybe I've got an electrician coming out trying to do something. And then, it's almost lunchtime. Where do I want to go for lunch? Oh, Taco Bell has a new thing out. I mean, if you're watching the video, of course I love Taco Bell. Look at me. But, just in a half a day, there are so many things pulling for our attention, competing for our eyeballs, that yes, I may have seen something from a law firm that I needed to hear and be reminded of, but didn't act on it then. And then it's easy to forget, right? But then it comes back around again. Oh, yes. That's the thing. That's important. Yes, I totally agree. I need to get my estate plan put together. Put it off. And I keep doing it, but I keep seeing it. And I keep seeing it from the same law firm. And I'll eventually make that hiring decision. I'll eventually reach out, and when they say, oh, how'd you hear about us? I keep seeing your stuff on social media, or I keep getting your emails. It's that simple, but I understand how you can feel like saying the same thing over and over again, telling someone how child support is calculated, or telling someone the difference between an LLC and an S corp, or whatever it is, how all of that can get stale because that's just the world you live in every day. And that's the majority of the things that are competing for your attention. It's not the case for your audience, right? The other thing, the other kind of aspect of that is, yes, people will see your message consistently, but they won't see it every single time it goes out, right? And what do I mean by that? If you're posting on social media, even if you're posting on social media 5 times a day, the way the algorithms work, the overwhelming majority, outside of like maybe your mom and your wife who loves and supports you and sees everything you do, no one is going to see all 5 of those posts. That's just how the algorithm works. It's you and everyone else that they're following and liking and interacting with that they're also going to see. And they're going to scroll down their timeline to a certain point, and then they're going to move on. And even then, especially with Facebook won't even put all 5 of your posts on every single person's timeline that follows your page because it's a business page. They restrict all that. It's fine, whatever. LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram even, I think, is now pushing more content, kind of like TikTok is, where it's like similar to things that you're interacting with, things that they think you're going to like. And so, there's just, a small number of your audience who is going to see every single thing that you do. And again, that's okay, right? There shouldn't be an expectation that 100% of your followers see 100% of your content. So again, in the content world, you're going to cast a wide net and you're not going to catch all the fish, and that's okay, but you're going to catch some every single time. And you're going to have a steady stream of an audience, of reach and impressions. And you're going to, create that top of mind awareness and create all of the touch points that you need. Right. And to wrap up this episode, there was a quote. I can't remember who said it, but it was from a newspaper editor. And the quote, I'll paraphrase, it basically said, it's not until we're sick of talking about it that people then start to care about it. And again, I get that there's this feeling of being repetitive and it may feel stale to you, but it's not going to be stale to your audience, because your repetition and preaching the same message on a consistent basis is what's showing you to be the expert, and people are going to see you as that expert. So, keep going, stay consistent. Don't give credence to some of those doubts or thoughts that you're boring or stale. Like, it is absolutely stuff that people need to know about, and you need to educate them about, and it will go a long way towards showing that you're the expert that they can trust and work with. So, again, it's all about consistency. It's all about maintaining that top of mind awareness and the consistent touch points. And if you do that, that's what's going to make your content marketing successful. All right. Hope that was helpful. Hope that, kind of maybe addressed kind of some lingering doubts for you. But other than that, that's going to do it for us this week. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.